All right, welcome back to The Real America's special holiday edition of the Glenn Beck program. We hear lots of stories about kids who screw up all the time. You see it in the news, but not nearly enough about the ones who really do the right thing and think of others before themselves. The next story is about kids like that. While most of their friends are talking on cell phones, they decided to recycle them. Now, normally, when it's a recycling story, I hate it. This one, I don't. Because along the way, these kids found some needy soldiers and helped them hear the tender voice of home. Brittany and Robbie Bergquist are typical teenagers. They have school, sports, and friends that keep them busy. And, oh yeah, they also run a non-profit organization.
Brittany and I heard a story about a soldier who had rung up about an $8,000 cell phone bill trying to call home. And so Brittany and I talked and we were like, you know, we got to help out this soldier. So we ran upstairs, got $21 out of our own piggy banks, and started this organization. And
that's when Cell Phones for Soldiers was born. Conceived 4 years ago when Brittany and Robbie were just 13 and 12 years old.
We did a little bit of research, talked to our cousins who are in the military, and tried to figure out ways to help the troops call home, and realized that phone cards were the best way.
And we talked to our parents and we figured out that we could recycle phones. And so it's just jumped into this huge business.
Soon, their home was filled with unused cell phones and chargers.
We had about 40 or 50 boxes filled with phones. I mean, the boxes were huge themselves, and it did look like a mountain. It really did. And we couldn't get to our piano. I know I'm an avid piano player. I don't play piano.
They get $5 for each recycled phone, which they use to purchase prepaid calling cards.
We know that on average it's around 20,000 to 30,000 phones per month, and it's changing every month.
And in January we became the largest cell phone recycler in the country. We passed Verizon and Sprint. We recycled about 160,000 phones that month.
So what started with $21 out of a piggy bank has grown to raise almost $1 million in donations and distribute more than 400,000 prepaid calling cards to our troops.
It is really incredible to think that at 12 and 13 we had the ability to start a program like Cell Phones for Soldiers that has impacted so many people's lives.
Leave it to two kids with big ideas and big hearts to figure out something the rest of us couldn't.
There are about 500 million used cell phones out in the country right now that are just lying around and nobody's doing anything with. And if we could get just half of those, we could make it so that the troops never have to pay for another phone call home.
All right, here they are. These two incredible teens who started Cell Phones for Soldiers when they were 12 and 13 years old. Now you guys are what, 16 and 17?
Exactly.
And you're,
yes.
Brittany, you're on vacation?
Yep.
Well, I mean, Robbie, you don't get to go on vacation?
Well, I guess.
Okay. I have to ask this question. What the hell did your parents do right? I mean, really, what did your parents do that made you guys into, like, you know, non-animal teens?
Well,
I think that just from the beginning, they instilled in us that, you know, we do have to help out others, and really other people really do come before we do. So they, right from the beginning, when we saw someone who was on the street, they told us, you know, go give them a couple of dollars, or when an ambulance went by, they said, you know, cross your fingers, hope everyone's okay. And so really they said, you need to care about other people before you care about yourself. So when this story came up, it was really Brittany and I's finally our big opportunity to help out someone who was really in need.
I'm amazed by you guys. Brittany, you actually just wrote a letter. You went to the AT&T website, right? And you like found a name. You're like, I'm gonna write to that guy, and it turned into a $500,000 donation from AT&T.
Yeah, they've done so much for us since they became partners with Cell Phones for Soldiers. They've donated over, I think, $850,000 worth of phone cards to Cell Phones for Soldiers, which is absolutely amazing. And they've created co-branded phone cards for us, so it has Cell Phones for Soldiers and AT&T, so we can send those over to the troops. And they've been absolutely amazing, and they gave us scholarships for college. They've been incredible.
For you too?
Yes. They gave us...
What do you guys, besides ruling the world, what do you guys want to do?
I have no idea yet. I think possibly media broadcasting.
Really?
It'd be really fun to do that.
You come and intern for me anytime. Anybody who has that kind of drive, anybody who can see something and move it, you come and intern for me anytime. Robbie, what do you want to do?
You know, I'm still trying to enjoy high school for what it is. I'm coming into my junior year, so I'm still not really sure. I mean, I'd love to, you know, maybe do some broadcasting as well, but more in the sports area. I love sports, so I think that would be a great area for me. But, you know, I'm still trying to enjoy some of my teenage years.
You are welcome as well to intern. Tell me about this. If you go to Amazon.com, you get this little bag on any order, right? Is this still going on?
Yes, it is.
Okay, what is it?
Well, our recycling company has developed prepaid mailing envelopes that go out with every package from Amazon.com and also from a few different websites and organizations that are sending out packages as well all over the country. And people can take their used cell phones, put them into the envelope, just close it up. It has like sticky stuff already on it. It's really simple, and all you have to do is put it into the mailbox and it'll get sent straight to our recycler.
And Robbie, you're also seeing the AT&T is sponsoring concerts, and they're urging concert goers to do the same thing?
Exactly. When people go to a concert, there'll be AT&T little areas where they can go and they can find out all about cell phones for soldiers, and people who go to concerts can actually pick up these little mailing envelopes that they can send their cell phones.
Listen, real quick, what are your parents' names?
Gail and
Bob.
Bob and Gail. I want you to say thank you to them right now. Right now.
Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Yeah, and Robbie, you say whatever you were right the whole time. Say it. You were right, Mom and Dad,
the whole time.
All right, good. Thanks a lot. Coming up, the story of an inspirational soldier whose courage and spirit will shake you to the core. He is truly a hero walking among us, and his story is next.